Welcome. I'm Mary Love, and this is Country Living, and thank you so much for dropping in. Now I'm going to get dinner ready. I made jelly earlier, so now it's dinner time, and tonight we're going to have a Mexican hot pie. That's what they're calling it on Pinterest. It calls for ground beef, tomato soup, corn, black beans, a box of Jiffy cornbread mix, milk, oil, eggs, green chilies, and cheddar cheese. Does it get any more simpler than that? I don't think so. Now, I am going to add an onion to my hamburger meat because when I'm eating like this, I like the taste of an onion in it. And excuse the hair, I've been multitasking all day long today. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this onion chopped up and get the hamburger meat and the onion in the skillet cooking. So I'll put you down here where you can see what I'm doing. Excuse the mess behind me. I haven't got everything cleaned up for making jelly yet. Alright, let's get you up here where you can see what I'm doing. Alright, now as you can see, I got just a little bitty onion. And we're not going to put a whole lot of it in here. Well, I say that, but who knows what I'm liable to wind up with. We're just going to chop this up, a little rough chop. I guess I could turn this skillet on and get it to heat up. Get that heating up. The jelly turned out really pretty. And I made 2 batches, so I wound up with 9 jars. The last batch made 5 jars. Like I said, sometimes you just get 4, sometimes you get 5. And I was lucky enough on that last batch to get 5 jars. Alrighty. I think I've pulverized this onion enough. I don't see no really big hunks of it. I don't like to bite into a big old hunk of onion. Okay, yep, I pulverized that enough. And we got hamburger meat. Let me grab a rag to wipe my hands on. We're going to toss this hamburger meat into this skillet. And I got my toaster oven already heating up, because this won't take but just a little bit to cook. And I went with the cheaper ground beef because hamburger meat is ridiculous. So I'll have to drain some fat off of it, but that'll be alright. Now we're going to dump some onion in here. Alrighty. Got that in there. Now that's a clean. Now then, go throw this in the trash. And no, my sister, Phyllis, I didn't give me a trash bowl yet. Or a garbage bowl yet. My sister, Phyllis, was telling me that I needed one of them garbage bowls like Rachel Ray uses, where she throws all of her garbage in it. And I told her, I said, well, I got plenty of those, I just don't never bring them out. So let me grab a spatula and let's kind of get this stirred up a little bit. we're going to let this cook, and then we'll be right back here in just a moment. So don't go anywhere. You might miss something if you do. Alright, so while the hamburger meat's finishing up, we're going to go ahead and mix up a box of Jiffy cornbread mix. And I'll put the recipe for this in the description box. So if you want to try it, it'll be there. Alrighty. Dump that in. Give that a little bit of a whisk. Get rid of any lumps. And to this, we're going to add 2 eggs. Careful not to get any eggshells in there. It calls for 1 1/3 cup of milk. Give this a little bit of a mix. A 1/3 of a cup of oil. And a 7-ounce can, which is a little bitty can, of green chilies. The little diced green chilies. And I drained some of the liquid off of them. Mix those in there. Hope these are mild. Probably should put my glasses on, but too late now. I done dumped them in. Now then, I think we're supposed to add cheddar cheese. Calls for 1 cup of cheese. And I've got some Fiesta cheese and cheddar. I'm going to mix them. And we're just going to kind of guesstimate. Thinking we're going to use all of the Fiesta cheese. Yep. And a little bit of mild cheddar. I'm guessing that's probably a cup between all of it. Maybe a little more. Mix this up. And that's all you got to do to the topping. As soon as this the hamburger meat's done, I'll drain the grease off of it, and then I'll mix in the black beans, the corn, and the tomato soup. Then we'll pour that in our pan. We'll pour this over it, and we'll put this in the oven for a 400-degree oven, and it's going to bake for 30 to 35 minutes. And then you got to let it rest before you try to eat it. Alrighty. Getting some color on that meat. Let me get some paper towels. It. Need me some more paper towels. Turn the skillet upside right. My husband will laugh when he hears that. Turn it on its side. kind of press a little bit. Get as much of that grease out of there as you possibly can. And now we're going to take them paper towels and soak up as much of it as we can. I have to find me some napkins. And get some more of that out. Just flip it around. Alright, let me go throw this in the trash and I'll be right back. Alrighty, now then we're going to add it's a 10 ounce can of tomato soup. I think it actually called for, what did it call for? It called for a 14 ounce can, but I don't have that, so we're just going to go with what we got. We're going to turn that burner off. Now we're going to mix these black beans and corn. Now my corn is some that I canned, and it's got a little bit of mixed vegetables in it. Not much, but I figured that ain't going to hurt. I may put just a little bit of salsa in this, since I didn't have enough tomato sauce or tomato soup. Let me go grab a little jar of salsa and I'll be right back. I try to keep these little jars on hand because these come in great for when you're cooking. And this will just add a little bit more flavor to it. And it's an 8 ounce jar, so about half, and that's about what I added. Equals out to the 10 or 14 ounces of tomato sauce or soup. Alrighty, let me get my pan over here that this is going to go in. It looks good already. Now it calls for a 4-quart casserole dish. I do not have a 4-quart casserole dish, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this pan. And I'm hoping it's big enough. Alrighty, got that in there. Spread that out. Now we're going to pour this over it. I don't think it's going to hold all of this. Ooh, it's going to be pushing it. Yeah. Here's hoping I don't have a mess in my toaster oven when this is all done. Kind of spread that cheese out. Alrighty. Let me pause you for just a minute while I move us so I ain't jerking the camera all over the place. Alrighty, I got that in my toaster oven. Let me go set the timer for 35 minutes. Got the timer set. And this is the jelly I made. Oops, see, I jerked the camera around. Everybody's getting all bouncy around like there's an earthquake going on. Didn't it turn out so pretty? I'm so proud of myself. But anyways, this is going to cook for about 35 minutes. Let me turn you around here. Try not to make it look like there's an earthquake going on. I'm going to let this cook, and we will be back here momentarily, and hopefully I don't have a big mess in my toaster oven from that cornbread spilling out. Lord help me, Jesus, I hope it don't. But anyways, don't go nowhere, because I think this is going to be really good. So we'll be back. Alrighty, it's done. Got a little browner on the top than what I really would have liked, but first time I ever made it, so we're going to give it a taste test. And yes, I did put salt on it. You just gotta have it. But no nature seasoning this time. I may have to put some of that on here. We're going to mix this up and give it a taste, because I just took it out of the oven and it is really hot. Alrighty. Here goes nothing. Now trust me, if this don't taste good, I won't put the recipe down there. So if you look in the description box, that's not too bad. I think I should have put it in a bigger pan though. 9 by 13, where it had room to spread out, and I should have cooked it in the oven. That's not bad though. Woo! That's hot. Woo! That'll bring tears to your eyes. That's hot. Wow. Alrighty, well, I'll put the recipe in the description box. And who knows, maybe you'll give it a try and you can improve it somehow. And let me know what you changed on it. Store-bought tomatoes ain't near as good as what you get out of the garden. But the heat is so bad outside today. Well, it's in the hundreds for the next umpteen days, seems like. Put something in my mouth to cool my mouth off. But anyway, well, that's dinner. I hope you'll give it a try. Like I said, if you do anything different, let me know what you changed up. And my husband, he likes spicy foods. Now, I can't eat spicy foods, so I didn't put anything spicy in this. But maybe next time I'll fix it in 2 different dishes and maybe put him some hot peppers or something in it to give it a little more oomph to it. But with that, my prayer for you this night is that when you lay down tonight, that you will lay down and get a peaceful, restful sleep. That when you wake up in the morning, you will be refreshed and renewed. Your mind will be alert. That you will be ready to meet the day. And with that, thank God when you lay down tonight that He gave you another day. In the morning when you wake up, before your feet ever hit the floor, thank God that He woke you up. Because that is truly a miracle from God. Each day that we get is a miracle. So be thankful and do the best you can with each day that's given to you. And with that, I will say God bless until we meet again, unless the good Lord above calls me home. I will be back here again tomorrow night, and we'll try another recipe. So God bless, take care, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. And if you do, please hit the bell notification so that each time I upload a new video, you will be notified of it. You're going to see bloopers, you're going to see blunders, you're going to see the real me. I'm not going to try to be somebody I'm not. I'm me. I'm simple. But I hope you'll consider it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment. Please be kind. But let me know what you thought about it. Or maybe you have some suggestions for something for me to try. But with that, I will say God bless, take care, and until we meet again tomorrow night, have a good evening.